everyone, this is Ashish Sani from Innovate Yourself. Welcome back to my channel. Today I am back again with the next topic for your Flask web framework, and in today's session you will learn how to use the Flask for URL building, right? So now what is this URL building? So similarly, like in the previous session also, I have already explained you how to create a dynamic API, right? So what was that? So in that, what exactly I was doing is I was just calling an API, and in that API I was able to enter some text, and that text will be called into your web page which you are going to create, right? Similarly, your URL building is a kind of a same thing, but in this thing what we are actually doing is we are just let's say we are checking for some condition, and as per that condition we are just redirecting our URL, or let's say we are redirecting our application to different URLs, right? So similarly, in today's session also I'm going to take an example related to the same, right? So for that, let me just tell you what exactly I'm going to do right now. Let's say I am having one is this URL, second one is this URL. Similarly, I will be creating another URL with respect to the another routing, right? So in there I will be entering some value, right? So whatever value I will enter, I have to check that whether that value is linked to the admin part or that is linked to the normal user, right? So in that case, if that is an admin part, so I have to say like hello admin, right? So this is how I have to say. Otherwise, if that person who has called this API is not an admin, so in that case what I have to do, I have to simply call that particular other API, and that API will simply display a message, let's say hello, whatever will be the name of that particular user, right? So this is how exactly I have to call it, and this is what I want to do over here, right? So in this case, what exactly I have to do is I have to call the multiple actions, or let's say I have to call the multiple functions which I am creating over here along with this routing part, so that I should be able to call the function, or let's say I should be able to return the value from inside that, right? So let's see how to do that part, right? So right now, as you have seen that we have just simply create this function, and as per that we are just directly returning the values, but this time we don't have to directly return the value. We have to return those values while entering some let's say conditions, right? So if that condition satisfies, then only I have to call it, otherwise I have to call something else. So for that, let's do one thing. Let's not do it in the same project. So let's create a new file, or let's say let's create a new script, and in there I will be writing this part, right? So for that, just give it a name. Okay, so it's here. So just copy this code, right? So copy this and paste it here. Just do one thing, just let's say remove this part, right? So this is the very basic one. So in that case I will be simply typing admin. So this will be the admin part, and in this case I have to simply print a message, let's say admin, and for the second one, let's say for the normal user, I have to create another API, and in there what I will be doing is, let's say that is all about the not guest, let's say it as user. So that is for the user, and also I have to call the name of that particular user, right? So in that case what I have to do, I simply have to pass some name for the user, right? So let's say this is the name for the user, right? And inside that what I have to do, I have to say, let's say I'm writing it in this way, format, and inside this bracket just pass the name, right? And also pass it here as well, right? Here also, right? So what this will do is it will just call this particular message, and as per that it will just return hello, whatever is your name. And for that, let's say this is the message for admin, and this is the message for user, right? So this is how I am doing it. Now when these two functions will be called, so for that I have to create another function, right? So in there what I will be doing is I will be simply calling that name, and for that let's say name underscore admin, right? So it can be a name, it can be an admin, so it can be any value, right? So for that I'm creating this name. So just copy this and paste it here, right? So this is what exactly I'm doing. But now what I have to do is I don't have to directly return the values. Instead I have to put a condition, and that condition will be put as per this, right? So whatever will be the value for this, I'm going to call that action, right? So let's put a condition. Oh, sorry. Okay. If name underscore admin equal to, and that is admin, then I have to do one task. Similarly, if that is not an admin, then I have to do some other task, right? So this is what exactly I have to do. So in both the cases I have to return some value. In this also I have to return some value, but this time I'm not directly returning any value like this. Instead I have to call the value, let's say instead I have to return the value in the form of the actions which I'm having here, right? So if in case I will say admin, then it should call this one. If I will say some username, then it should call this one. So this is how exactly I have to do. But how do I do this? Because I cannot directly write it, right? So to do that part I have to call two another class from this. One will be redirect and the second one will be URL for, right? So these are the two classes that I'm going to use here, right? So for here I have to first redirect it, but where should I redirect it? Because this function is not any URL, so I cannot directly redirect it to this particular function. So I have to call the URL for this, right? So by using this URL underscore for, it will just pick the URL of this particular location and accordingly it will just route you over there, right? So this is what exactly I have to do. And now inside this, just pass this, that message underscore admin. So what this will do is, when you will pass admin, in this case you will get this value, otherwise it will go to the else part, and in the else part I have to pass the other one, and the function is admin message underscore user, right? And along with this message I have to pass one argument as well, right? And why do I have to pass the argument? Just because here I am passing some value and that value will be coming from here, right? So this is how exactly I have to do it. So for that, just put a comma and just write a name, and that name is this. So you have to copy this because I want to pass the argument for this function. Oh sorry, not this function, right? So in here I have to pass it, and what will be the value for that? That value will be coming from here, right? So just copy this and paste it here, right? So this is how exactly I am going to fetch the values, and I am accordingly going to put the conditions for that. If that value is an admin, then it will call this action, otherwise it will call this action, right? So this is how exactly it is going to work, right? And I hope we are done with this part. Now we can run this and we can test that whether it's working or not, right? So for that, let me just run this and let's see the working of it. So just run this part. Okay, so it has shown me some error. And why it has shown me some error? Okay, app underscore route. So this is how it is showing me some error. So for that, okay, maybe it is not allowing me to enter the value in this form. Okay, wait. View message mapping is overriding an existing endpoint function message underscore user. Okay, so let's see what is the problem. Okay, got the problem. So the problem is I was actually putting these two functions with the same name, so which I cannot do, right? So message user underscore admin. So this I can put now, right? So now run it again and let's check it again. Okay, so now it's working. So that means last time I was not putting it correctly, right? So now run it and let's see whether it's working or not. So here it will not show you anything just because I haven't created any home page in this scenario, right? So I have to put user, and as per that user I have to pass the value. So here you can see what I have done is I have created the routing for this user slash, after that just put the value, and the value will be, for now let's check for the admin part. So I'm checking for the admin. What is the output? Hello admin, and that it has called as per this part. But here I'm not calling it directly, I'm calling it as per this routing part, or let's say I'm calling it using this redirect class which I have called from here, right? So this is how I can do it. Similarly, now I can check for the other part as well. Let's say I'm saying I am Ashish, so I'm going to access. So what is the output? Hello Ashish. Whatever is the name, whatever name you are going to specify here, it will just call it in here, and it will just display you by just using this redirect and the URL for functions, right? So this is the way how it can do this part. Similarly, if you will change the name, it will accordingly change it, right? Innovate yourself, right? So hello innovate yourself. So this is how you can just use the URL building part, and accordingly you can build any URL which you want to make, and that will be definitely a dynamic type of a URL, right? So this is the way how you can do it, and you can accordingly redirect from one page to another page, right? So this is all about the URL building. So that is it for today. I hope everything is clear to you, but still if you are facing any kind of a difficulties in this topic, then you can definitely leave a comment below in the comment section, and I will definitely try to resolve that issue as soon as possible, right? So that is it. And if you have liked this video, then do click on the like button, and if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, then do click on the subscribe button so that you do not miss any kind of a videos from my side. Till then, bye bye and happy learning.